Yeah, we got one. Alright. Welcome to our first match with Amulet Breach for the day. Yep, sounds fine. I'm going to err on the side of Death Shadow and give my opponent an extra hit point on one with this Grove of the Burnwillows. We could just play out the Gemstone Mine and like bounce it later, so we don't really care about the counters, but I think hedging Grixis Shadow is fine. That's the Hex music in the background. It helps make it so the kids shows don't get me flagged for copyright. Basic Plains Relic of Progenitus. So this is probably the what's it called? There was a black-white Eldrazi deck that did well recently. Play this, pick this Gemstone Mine back up. It could be Sun and Moon. Hopefully it's not Sun and Moon. Hopefully it's the black-white Eldrazi deck. Although I guess we're setting up for a turn 3 Titan here thanks to the Explorer, right? The Explorer and the Sakura-Tribe Scout. Yep, looks like black-white. Could be an off-color fetch in red-white, but likely black-white. Yep, sweet. Hopefully they don't have a Thoughtseize. I mean, that's technically not a Thoughtseize. Spinerock Knoll is the red hideaway land. It lets us cast the card if we dealt 7 or more damage to our opponent this turn. So it's fine. We can play the Engineered Explosives out to kill this next turn. So we'll use our Sakura-Tribe Scout here, put the Spinerock Knoll onto the battlefield, get a hideaway trigger. Just put Ancient Stirrings under it. What's going on, Bilbo? Go ahead and cast this for X's 2, so that way next turn we can play this Primeval Titan out. Go ahead and play this out in case they have another discard spell. I don't want them to have a target to get out of my hand. Hey, with the 100-point cheer. Thank you for that. I do appreciate it. I'm not going to crack this Engineered Explosives when this attacks because I don't want them to play another discard spell and be able to take, I think the process is when it comes into play, right? Wasteland Strangler. Devoid. When it enters the battlefield, yeah. So if they cast a Wasteland Strangler, in response to the Wasteland Strangler going on the stack, I'll blow the Engineered Explosives. Lingering Soul, sure. Don't really care about that. Alright, like I said, we're just going to go ahead and crack this at end of turn. Which gets us our Primeval Titan back. I'm going to go ahead and activate this, put my Gemstone Mine into play. I was pretty certain it wasn't enter the battlefield, but you had me doubt myself there for a second. Cast Primeval Titan. Yeah, I messed those up. I actually added a second, what's it called to my deck? A second Reclamation Sage. I would have beaten both the Amulet, or the decks I played last night, I think, if I would have just had another, what's it called? So what we're doing here is something that makes this deck really, really powerful. My opponent's playing what's likely a very interactive deck, so there's a good chance they have removal for this Primeval Titan. So instead of getting like lands that let me attack my opponent aggressively here, my Primeval Titan is getting a Simic Growth Chamber and a Tolaria West, and this Tolaria West has an ability called Transmute, so we can discard this from our hand to search our deck for a card that costs 0, so we can discard this, get Summoner's Pact, and then Summoner's Pact for another Primeval Titan. So basically this Titan found us a backup Primeval Titan. Yeah, the Legacy challenges are every Sunday, Betty. If they don't have removal for this, they're going to be up a creek without a paddle. Sure. Through the breach. I think I'm just going to enter combat here. Do you have a path? They don't have a path. Well, this is not going to be good for them. Alright, what am I getting here now? Probably getting the Boros Garrison and the Slayers Stronghold at this point. The Slayers Stronghold up. Alright, so if I do this, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana left over. So I'm going to go ahead and transmute this. And get a Summoner's Pact. Then we're going to go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Going to go ahead and cast Summoner's Pact here. Get a Primeval Titan. Cast another Primeval Titan. Couldn't I have gotten an Emrakul this turn? How? Summoner's Pact only gets green creatures for reference, if that's what you're thinking I could have gotten an Emrakul with. I don't actually want to give them a life, right? Yeah, Summoner's Pact only gets green creatures. There'd be a lot more Summoner's Pact decks in Modern if they could get any creatures of any color. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a Tolaria West and a Gruul Turf here. And again, bounce this Tolaria West to my hand, so we have a backup Titan. So we've got 2 Titans in play, and even if they Wrath us, we're going to be able to get another Titan next turn, so... You had a path in your hand this whole time? Oh, we're dismembering this. That's adorable. Sure. That makes sense, I guess. You have a path too? If you had a path, they should have pathed that one before it attacked, right? Oh, jeez. You know, XX, that's actually not an awful idea. Huh. God, why had that thought not crossed my mind? I guess that's just, like, not a card that's on my radar when I'm playing. Like, that card's super castable for us. Like, we hard cast Emrakul on the regular with this deck. Huh. There should totally be a World Spine Wurm in this deck. You are 10 out of 10 correct. There should be a World Spine Wurm in this deck. I think my opponent's dead here, so I do this. That's fine. Yes. We drew another land, that's okay. So I need 8 mana. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so I just It's just Tolaria West here for another Summoner's Pact. And then we Summoner's Pact for a Primeval Titan. And then we just threw the breach this Primeval Titan. And that'll be 12, and they're at 8.5, 4. So unless they have Slaughter Pact, they're dead here. We'll get some lands just in case. Get some blockers just in case they manage to not die here with a Slaughter Pact or something. Yep, yeah, right? Like, that's why this deck is sweet, right? Like, we just, like, we did our thing, we did some kind of unfair stuff without the card that our deck's named after. Like this game, we've got 12, we got infinite mana here. Kill you with trample. Alright, they're just burning my clock. Fair. Alright, I think I want an extra engineered explosives here. They're almost certainly playing Thought Knots here, so Dismember seems fine. Hornet Queen seems great. Thought Through the Breach is actually pretty bad against discard spells, so I'm going to trim those. Trim an Emrakul too for similar reasons. Don't need Cavern of Souls, can bring in Ghost Quarter over that. Don't need Bojuka Bog, can bring in Radiant Fountain over that. Is this a Kozilek's return matchup? This might be an okay matchup for Kozilek's return, right? I'm not flashing it back a lot of the time, but... Try this. This might be a touch too interactive. How do I feel about this configuration? I think this is okay. I wouldn't hate getting some Tireless Trackers in here, I don't think, but... That might be a little bit too grindy. Or like if I'm bringing in removal, maybe I want to be a little grindy. Do this. Yeah, let's give it a go. I'm still getting a feel for exactly how the mid-range board plan is supposed to work out. Yeah, sounds great, right? Turn 1 Amulet. Sweet. No turn 1 discard is great for us. Seems we can play Azusa next turn. Inquisition's a little late. Actually need to run to the restroom really quick. I'll be right back. Sorry for the interruption. They took my Ancient Stirrings. Okay, you know, more power to them, I guess. I think you're supposed to take my Azusa there. They probably have a path, right? Like, this sequencing tells me they probably have removal for the Azusa, but, like, Azusa's gonna let me play 2 more lands, so, like, you know, whatever, kill her, I guess. And this is important. You want to play your land that doesn't have a trigger first, so that way your opponent never has a chance to kill Azusa before she, put this Emrakul, the Aeons Torn underneath here. So that way if that comes back up later, it could be useful. Do I want to slide this Engineered Explosives out on anything here? I don't think I do. I think I'm just going to wait. That's tough. Like, if they had a Sculler, they would have played it last turn. Do I want to do it on 2? I don't think I want to do it on 2. I missed a sub! Oh, jeez. Well, thank you to the sub. I'm pulling up my dashboard now. Yeah, see, look, waiting here rewarded for us, so we could slide this out on 0 here and not feel bad about it. Explore is great. Zerglish with the 6-month resubscription. Thank you for the continued support. I do appreciate it. Alright, so we're gonna do this. I'm gonna play this out. Put these out here. And again, just like, our deck is super live off the top. Kozilek's returns probably. Yeah, I'm gonna put the Sanctuary under there. I think I just want to have a higher density of cards I want to draw in my deck at this point. I'm gonna play this, and then I'm gonna play this out on 0. So that way, it kind of paces out their souls. There might be merit to putting this on 4, even to kill like a Thought-Knot Seer, potentially. I think I'm okay just trading this for one of these at this point. Yeah, she's not really doing a whole lot. I guess I could have held her and, like, held a bounce land so that way I could generate 6 mana with it, but, like, I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 already, so I think that's fine. Sure. Well, they tapped out, showing us they don't have a path here, so let's draw one of our 8 Titans and destroy them. That'd be great. We technically have even more Titans than that, right? Dismember? Which member? Dismember right here. Can even pay some black mana towards this Dismember. If they don't play anything else out this turn, I might just end step the Dismember on this Wasteland Strangler, take their clock off the table. Yeah. They're not doing anything. I'm just going to go ahead and kill this. Is this good? If so, why? Please explain. And again, I'm going to be conservative here and get Simic, Growth Chamber, and Tolaria West. Because I'm not attacking with this turn. Put in concedes. Alright. Well, you know, got him. We got a set 7 spoiler? Oh, right, they shared the new... I didn't realize they were going to put spoilers in the Friday update, too. Hogarth the Mad. 5/5 spell shield. Does combat damage chamber avoid him? If you do, you and your deck transforms into Hogarth. That's a real interesting card. This hand is pretty good. Okay, playing against the control deck. Good. Have our Emrakul in our opener. The control matchups are definitely... Well, that's... Is that a good draw? If so, why? Please explain. Rune Talo. What are the odds the same as Primeval Titan? 110%? Alright, so float of mana. Return this to my hand. I'm going to play Azusa out here. So I have 2 extra lands here. Am I like playing this, doing this? So if I play this, I'm definitely playing the Sakura-Tribe Scout. And then like, so this is 6 mana, 8 mana, 9, 10. Yeah, we are actually short, aren't we? If I put this out and I draw another bounce land, we'd have... That would be turn 3 for reference. So this is worth... This is 3, 4, 5. This is 10. We need is a second amulet, right? I think I'm just going to play this and return it to my hand and play the other Sakura-Tribe Scout. Nah, I'm just going to return the Gemstone Mine to my hand. If we hit another amulet, I'm going to feel bad about this, but if we hit another bounce land, we could be pretty happy, right? Spreading Seas is kind of annoying. Main deck Rune Tailor is kind of obnoxious. Thankfully, our Primeval Titan still just like get us a lot of lands, right? Vesuva. Alright, so... This is only 3 mana, right? And then we decided this was... Wait. This is 3, and this is... I only have 5 land drops, so this is only 10, right? So I'm just going to do this, I'm going to do this, and then we're like hoping to not get verdicted next turn. Put a random grove under here so we don't have to draw it later. I'm going to attack with Azusa. I'm going to leave these Sakura-Tribe Scouts up so we can use them in case they have another Spreading Seas. We gotta dodge D-Sphere for the Amulet and Verdict this turn. That's a D-Sphere. Yep, that's unfortunate. Oh, huh. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna have it enter as a Gruul Turf, which means... I get to bounce the Simic Growth Chamber to my hand that has a Spreading Seas on it. Do I want to put this into play? I don't, right? I want to hold this in case we draw another Amulet. Alright, they're dead? I think they're dead. That's probably dead, right? So now this is worth 12 mana. God, this deck is so fucking obnoxious. Can I let the record reflect how obnoxious this deck is and how much I love every minute of it? Loving every minute of it. Loving every minute of it. I didn't actually count this, but this is enough, right? This is 12. We even have an extra left over. This is 12, 13. Yeah, we even have an extra one left over. I guess I should just leave this in my hand, right? Was that a good draw? If so, why? Please explain. Trigger? Alright, nice Rune Halo. Good clean magic there. Had some mana to spare there. Alright, Pact of Negation in. A Reclamation Sage seems fine for the stupid detention spheres and other things. Ruric Thar seems fine. I want a Ghost Quarter. Probably don't need Bojuka Bog. Definitely want these trackers. Probably want the Hornet Queen. I want all of the Emrakuls. We can trim an Azusa. I probably want to keep the Engineered Explosives, right? I don't think I want both Rec Sages. I think just one is fine. I think like one Rec Sage, one EE is a fine split. This could just be Tribe Scouts out. It's like they're bad against Verdict. Maybe trim and Explore too. I'll trim these cards a lot. This seems fine. Hey, do you need help with your bridge? I guess I could trim a Through the Breach and bring the Explorer back in. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'll be right back. I'm gonna help Jake with his trains real quick. Sweet. Sounds fine. It's got some mana in it and some threats. I'll just lead on Tolaria West. Might as well. Gruul Turf's an okay hit. Oh, you know what? I have to discard now. This was bad. This was bad. I should have just played the Gemstone Mine out. Not like he's gonna like Spreading Seas me. Nope, not yet. I'm gonna do this. You know what I mean? Like, we're just like playing the waiting game, right? Yep, don't really care about that card. I guess it attacks us. So they only left one mana up here, so I think I'm just gonna Pact for Azusa this turn and just play a bunch of lands out. I do that pretty often. I'm going to play around a Mana Tithe here. So I've got 2 extra land drops right now that I haven't made yet. I'm going to give him a chance to path this Azusa because they're pathing this and they're not pathing a Titan later. And they path this in response, it ramps me, so it's like kind of a wash and I got a path out of their hand. They might path me just because like I already have a forest in play, thinking I don't have a second basic forest. But I do in fact have a second basic forest in my deck. Sweet. She already gave me an extra land drop, so that's fine. I'm not going to get to play the Explorer this turn, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Yeah, that's fine. Thanks for the forest, nerd. Bounce this Gemstone Mine. I can't actually play out another land because I've already made my land drops for the turn. If they double Spreading Seas me... If they Ghost Quarter double Spreading Seas me, I lose the game. So, I guess there's a non-zero chance we lose the game here. They definitely play all of those cards. Okay, that's not a Ghost Quarter. I guess they also could have, like, Ghost Quarter Cryptic commanded me. And they have 3 cards left in their hand. Play Gemstone Mine, play Grow Over the Burnwillows, pass the turn. One of the things that's nice about Through the Breach versus decks with counter magic is that we can end step the Through the Breach because the creature doesn't die until the beginning of the next end step, and then we can, if they counter it, then we can actually just play the Primeval Titan on our turn. So it's kind of like a way to play through Disruption a little bit. Draw an Emrakul. That's, you know, it's not bad. Let's play this. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm just going to pass the turn here again. And again, I'm going to take a hit from this and then end step Through the Breach. If they like click us in response, we'll feel a little bit bad, but it is what it is. So end of turn, do this. And then the question becomes, this resolves, do I want to put in Primeval Titan or do I want to put in Emrakul? Alright, it's not resolving, that's unfortunate. And they have Cryptic Mana still up, which is kind of a beating. Burnwillows. That kind of sucks. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's just like Jam Prime time, right? Yep. I think we're just passing. I think the Rec Sage doesn't seem particularly great. Yep. We were expecting Set 7 to be announced soon, right? Like it should probably release the end of the month, beginning of next month or so. Land is real good there because it means they can stamp the Cryptic Command. Negate. Sure, it's a good play. Oh, you know what? This. Let's play this. And try and Slayers Stronghold and attack the Gideon. I assume they have a Snapcaster or a Path here, but... Cryptic Command also does it. Just tap my guy. Yeah, just not getting through that. Gideon ended up being a fast enough clock there for them. It's unfortunate. Play this next game on the plate. I don't think I want this E in my deck. I think I'd rather have a Tribe Scout or two. Maybe the extra through the breach. I'm just going to up the threat density. Hey, buddy. Command comes down dead slap. And our deck hasn't vomited on us yet, so yeah, still hasn't vomited on us. God bless. Sweet. Grove means is through the breach is castable. His hair is pretty great. You're not wrong. Alright, so we can play our Karu here and not have to discard, which is great. Where's your cup at? Terranator with the 5-month subscription. Thank you, Thar. I appreciate the continued support. Welcome back. Thar, okay. Not playing Summoner's Pact into open mana here. Like, they could just counter the Azusa and then we die. So that's silly. Let's get our plant token on here. They don't have a Gideon on 3, which is really good for us because they just don't have pressure then, which is great. Why are they called Karus? I don't actually know. It's a very good question. Let's play this Grove out that they know about. Again, I'm not going to play into the next turn. We can actually just like start slamming Must Answer Threat into Must Answer Threat into Must Answer Threat. We get to go, on their next turn, we get to go End Step, Titan, or End Step through the Breach, and then if they counter that, we get to untap Titan or Ruric Thar. Azusa's an okay draw, but she's a little bit too late. Would have loved her on 3. They bouncing my Simic Growth Chamber? Secure the way, sure. Where's their clock? No blocks. No, we have a cavern. We have the Cavern of Souls. Cavern of Souls is plenty. The Sage is real narrow. They want Dispel plus Cryptic. They're going to have to... Negate, sure. And a Ghost Core to me, sure. Deal. It's like kind of annoying. Not the end of the world by any means. I was actually just about to say, do we pact for a Tireless Tracker? Now I'm pretty sure we just play this. I feel like if you have another answer there, you don't just Ghost Core to me aggressively if you have another Mana Leak or something. And they could have, like, Cryptic Command or something, but, like, this Tireless Tracker is just gonna, like, grind them out. Let's go ahead on 100 Rabid Goat. Can't attack anymore, because Tireless Tracker. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and crack this. So I have no idea how Magic works. How do I get started? How do I have reasonable insight? The best way to get started with Magic is probably to download Duels of the Planeswalkers on Steam. It's not exactly Magic, but it's close enough that you'll be fine. Yeah, you should play the Steam version. Especially if you've played Hex before, and you're one of my Hex subscribers, Thar. So if you've played Hex before, you'll be pretty comfortable learning Magic pretty quickly. Azusa Tracker Bounce Land is kind of the nuts. Because, like, if my opponent lets this resolve, I get to go Gruul Turf, bounce a land, get a clue, replay that land, get another clue. We're just, like, grinding them out with this Tireless Tracker. They have to Cryptic Command this, right? Yeah. I think so. Geez, do I just want a Summoner's Pact for another Azusa and stick it in here? I kind of feel like I do. I have another Azusa in my deck, right? You sideboard. Yep, the second one's there, so the third one's in my deck. You've met him before, right? Yeah, I've got so many threats. I think I want to just put a bunch of cards on the table. So I'm going to play this Azusa. I'm going to play this Gruul Turf. And I'm actually going to bounce and replay the Ghost Quarter, so that way they can't get in a chip shot with it. We have to pay 4 mana for the Pact next turn. Alright, so... Dupe. Okay. Yes. Another Summoner's Pact. I'm going to start by cracking this clue and see what we get. I'd like to get some lands. Another bounce land would be sweet. No, I don't think so. I don't think we need to bounce through. That's a little bit too aggressive. I guess I can start attacking with this now, right? If he wants to trade this for, like... Let's crack this and see what we get. Amulet of Vigor. Huh. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait. If he has a Snapcaster, I don't want to run in there. He's revving here? Sure. Another Through the Breach is good for the same reason we talked about earlier. We can end step the Breach and then untap. Like, end step, Breach, you have to answer this, untap, play another threat that you have to answer. And like with this Tireless Tracker already on the table generating cards, we're in a pretty good spot then. And find Supreme Verdict or Detention Sphere. Rune Talos, sure. Probably naming Primeval Titan with this. Yep. I mean, green's the best is the best at drawing cards in Magic. Like that's been the case for a little while here. Drawing an Emrakul there is pretty good. We go ahead and crack this and see if we can hit a land to play here. Karu would be great. And I guess I'll give you a hit point. Spinerock Knoll means they have to block this guy, which is kind of hot. Got a hideaway trigger here. Oh, crap, I don't. Alright, well, I'll put... Just want to put the other Emrakul under here. Probably. I forgot to put the Amulet of Vigor into play first. That's awkward. They're probably blocking this anyways, but definitely messed that up a little bit. Actually, I've got 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'm probably just going to end step the Through the Breach. That, like, we're using our mana so much every turn that they're probably going to mana leak us at some point anyways, so playing into it really isn't that big of a deal. Try not to time out of this game. Yep, which spell? Dispel right here. Explore. Alright, do I cast this Primeval Titan. I think I do. I think I just cast it. Should play the Amulet first. Oh, I guess this gets mana leaked right now. It's a card I probably could have made dead. Disdainful Stroke. Okay, fair. Fair's fair. Crack this, trying to land. Maybe I'm supposed to leave this Ghost Quarter up so I don't accidentally die to this Colonnade. Growth Chamber's a good one, because it means I can bounce this Ghost Quarter and replay it. I haven't played any lands yet this turn, actually, right? So I can bounce this Gruul Turf. I'm going to turn the Ghost Quarter to my hand. I could have played another Titan here, but I think I want to just pass. And just keep itching away with this. Like, at some point, we're just going to, like, cast this Emrakul, right? Like, that's the game plan here. The game plan is cast the Emrakul. We could cast Explorer, too. No, I think I want to just crack these clues. Also, if you, like, counters the Explorer with, like, a Spell Snare, I want to make sure I have the Ghost Quarter up, because I think, like, in games like this where I feel like we're pretty far ahead, the question you always want to ask yourself is, like, how do I manage to lose this game? And I think the answer to that question for us is allowing our opponent to get in some chip shots with the Celestial Colonnade. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's start on Ancient Stirrings, because if we find a Cavern of Souls, we just get to jam stuff down their throat. Tolaria West is kind of a cavern. On the other hand, I could just play this Gruul Turf, and then that's 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So the Gruul Turf, the Gruul Turf just means we get to Emrakul, right? Yeah. And we get to make a bunch of clues. We even have Pact of Negation here too. Oh, we don't actually have 2 blue mana, do we? So we can't actually Pact. That's kind of sad. I'm gonna have more than enough mana here, right? Yeah, I'm gonna have an extra one. I'm gonna play the Ancient Stirrings here, so we can try and find a Simic Growth Chamber like that. Okay. Any order. We could pact. You're right. Packing is a legal play. Is this my 3rd time doing this? I'm out of land drops. Okay, yep. Should have played a different one. That's fine. How much is this? 8. This is exactly 15 then. Trigger. Attack with this 10-9. Let me take an extra turn after this one. Opponent concedes. Alright, God bless. The old cast the Emrakul plan. Real good against the control decks that would otherwise lock us out. Is this good? If so, why? Please explain. They never let us attack with the Emrakul. It's such bad beats, really. Hand's great. Yep. This is Yeah, we're still in the middle of the league. Yep, this is Magic Online. You can't make changes to your deck in between because Magic Online. Without the Breach Emrakul package. I've not played the version without the Breach Emrakul package since the ban, but I can't... I played it pre-banning, and, like, the Breach Emrakul package is really good. I can't imagine having random crappers like a second engineered explosive and like Courser of Crew Fix is going to be better for me than like what the Breach Emrakul package has done. Alright, so let's start by playing this. We'll float a mana. Yeah, put these on the stack. We'll float a mana here. Then I'm going to return this Grove to my hand since I have this Vesuva. So I'm going to play my Azusa. If I play this... If I play this, I could Ancient Stirrings this turn. I could also just Tribe Scout. I have 2 more land drops. I think I want to just stir. Bojuka Bog, sure. Better than a brick. Worse than a green land, better than a brick. That's all of our land drops for the turn, so we'll pass. Next turn, we could technically cast Primeval Titan with this Vesuva and the Simic Growth Chamber. No, this is a new control deck. The control decks have been really popular on Magic Online lately. Have a hit point, because I'm a giver. And another amulet. That's exactly what we were looking for. Well, now I can cast this Primeval Titan through a mana leak. So, that's what we're doing with our lives. Yeah, that's fine, right? I just get to bounce this Simic Growth Chamber. I don't get to make mana with that one, but I'm still going to get to play a Primeval Titan this turn. So unless they have... They're just dead, right? I just play this Vesuva out and make 4 mana, and then... Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're dead here. So I'm going to copy this, and then put these triggers on the stack. Float mana. Float mana. I can actually double Titan then this turn, right? I'm pretty sure that's how this works. Play my Primeval Titan. Because, yeah, so these... If I get Tolaria West plus Simic Growth Chamber here, I make... This makes 4, 8. No, I'm going to be 1 short, right? Instead, we just get Boros Garrison and Slayers Stronghold. We put all these triggers on the stack. Tap. Tap. Target this. Target this. Return Slayer Stronghold to my hand. Oh, I had another land drop still. Oh, I could have gotten another Titan. Yeah, this deck's really hard. For people that are asking, like, someone just asked how hard is this deck to play? I could have gotten 2 Titans here because I forgot I had a land drop. Alright, so now we're going to get to Spinerock Knolls, and if either of these hits an Emrakul, our opponent will just be dead here. Because we'll get to cast Emrakul off of it this turn. Azusa, Gruul Turf. This says play. You may play the exile card without paying its mana cost. So I guess I'll just, like, take this Gruul Turf here. The Gruul Turf lets me bounce one of these and then get a relook at it, right? Technically, I believe. Oh, there's the Emrakul. So our opponent's just dead here. So we put those on the bottom. For people that were asking earlier why the Spinerock Knolls are in the deck, this is why the Spinerock Knolls are in the deck. So we found the Emrakul. So they're gonna take a hit here, and then they've taken at least 7. So then, unless they have a Vapor Stag here, the Spinerock Knoll is gonna cast this Emrakul. Alright, cast Emrakul, take an extra turn, kill you. I would like to cast this one. It's good, clean living. We're gonna not search with this Primeval Titan because I would not like to burn my clock. Alright, so control deck, we're gonna board like we boarded before. Get this out. Get the engineered explosives out. Bring in a Rex Sage, a Ruric Thar, a Pact, a Ghost Quarter. We can cut the Bog. Let's bring in the Tireless Trackers and the Hornet Queen. I cut the Sakura-Tribe Scouts last time. Seems good. Yeah, I like this build a lot, Omni. It has the nut draw, just gets you like we just did, and it grinds well, and like with all these dirtily control decks that have been popping up in Modern, like just hard casting Emrakul is so great. Need some more to drink? I think I'm happy with this board plan. Feel free to comment in chat. We've got some time to think about it since we're playing the same thing again. Think you can work without the Groves? Yeah, you just play Copperline Gorge over the Groves. The Groves are there to hate out Death Shadow, for reference. Your Death Shadow matchup is much worse without Grove of the Burnwillows. But other than that, it's fine. Submit like this. I would just like to take a moment to say thank you to everyone who's watching the stream here today. If you're new, welcome. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I am a TCG player and content producer, and you've landed here at my Twitch channel. If you're new and you're enjoying yourself, I'd encourage you to show support by using that follow button there on your screen. It doesn't cost you anything. It helps other people find my work. If you're really enjoying what you see and you want to help me produce more wonderful TCG content here, the best way to do that is by subscribing on Twitch, becoming a patron on Patreon. Both of those have varying monetary levels of support, and there's more information of those down below the stream. If you're on mobile, tap the screen and press the little I for more information on that. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors. MTGOtraders.com would love to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you. If you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout there, you will save 8% on your singles orders. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. They do custom playmats and mouse pads and all sorts of jazz like that. MTGCardMarket.com. I actually had a new article go up there today. I should plug that. They buy and sell physical Magic the Gathering cards. Use code Jeff 10% there. You can save 10% of your orders. And then SpareDeck.com is kind of a unique service. They will rent you any physical, standard, or modern deck for anywhere from a weekend up to an entire month. So if you want to try before you buy or just like rent because you change decks a lot, SpareDeck is a great service for that. I do. In fact, on my end, a Prime sub is exactly the same as a regular subscription. So I see the exact same amount of money from a Prime sub and a regular subscriber. This hand was fine, and then we drew Amulet of Vigor as the 8th card, so like it's great. Again, in a matchup like this where my opponent's not going to apply a quick clock, I'm basically just looking for hands where I'm going to be able to like make my first land drops, and this hand definitely does that. And it's got a couple of threats up here at the top end. Reclamation Sage. I'm just gonna play. I guess I could play this Tolaria West and then play Gemstone. Yeah, I'm gonna play the Tolaria West here. And the reason why we're doing this is next turn we can play Gemstone Mine and then transmute this Tolaria West for a copy of Cavern of Souls. Yep, deal. That's fine. I don't really care about that. Are you trying to hit a land drop? And now, because my opponent did this, actually, I can play out this Selesnya Sanctuary. I'm going to bounce. I'm going to put these on the stack. I'm going to bounce this forest to my hand so it can be a forest again here. I'm going to go ahead and stirrings before I transmute. Just see what we get. Get a growth chamber, sure. Any order. And then I'm going to go ahead and transmute this for a Cavern of Souls. Because my opponent has access to things like Spreading Seas, we're going to want to make sure we don't play the Cavern out until we're ready to stick a Primeval Titan with it. Pact. Yeah, I think I'm just playing this forest and passing the turn. Yeah, no reason. Oh, I guess if I play the Cavern this turn and, like, risk the... Huh. Yeah, I should have played the Cavern there in spite of what I just said, because I have this Keru in my hand, I could play the Titan next turn, and in the event that they Spreading Seas my Cavern of Souls, I could just bounce it. But I guess this is... No, because they couldn't have tech-edged it either. It'd have been worse against Ghost Quarter. But yeah, I think I should have just played the Cavern last turn. Now I'm going to be a turn behind. Just going to go ahead and play this Gruul Turf now. Keeping my... I guess if I played the Growth Chamber there, I could have transmuted this Tolaria West. Oh, I have to discard now, right? I need to keep track of that. This prevents my opponent from tech-edging me, though, so I think it's objectively correct to play a bounce land there, so I don't get tech-edged before I can play the Titan, but it's definitely close. Cavern on Human Pact for Azusa. I think that's loose. Jace, sure. I guess I can just bounce the Cavern then, and then Titan the same turn. I'm just going to do Tech Edge versus here. They put Tech Edge in their hand. So we don't want to leave our Cavern on the table, is what that tells us. And now, they likely have a path to exile here, but because I have so much extra crap in my hand that's, like, good, I'm just going to get the Slayers Stronghold and the Boros Garrison here and try and kill this Jace. Actually, I guess I could just try and kill them if they don't have it. But yeah, if I didn't have more threats in my hand, I would definitely be conservative and not get these lands here. But because we do, I'm just going to go ahead and go for it. Like, on the off chance they don't have a path, you know, sometimes they don't, you know. We're definitely in the business of making them have it. Holy crap, they don't. And I'm just going to go ahead and attack them here and get 2 Spinerock Knolls. Because, again, if they don't have a path here, if they do, they should have done it before this happened. If they don't have it here and we hit an Emrakul, like, the game is just over. I don't lose the Cavern, because I'm bouncing the Cavern with the Boros Garrison. Gruul Turf. Probably don't mind casting Explore here. I guess I could cast another Amulet of Vigor and just, like, have a ton of mana. I'm just gonna cast Explore. Hopefully this one finds an Emrakul and it doesn't matter. Hey, look, an Emrakul. Alright, well, if my opponent takes this hit, the game is over. Okay. I would like to cast this one, please. Trigger. Okie doke. Sometimes they don't have it, and then you kill them. Are we sold on the Knolls yet, by the way? BT dubs? Are we sold on the Knolls? Anyone? Bueller? I like this deck a lot. I like this build of this deck a lot. There's my article on Card Market, by the way. If everyone in chat wants to go ahead and give that a click for me, make it look like people want to read my stuff. It's a good article, too. You should read it. But at the very least, click on the link. Opponent mulligans. This hand doesn't do a ton, but, like, it's functional. I mean, to be fair, we get 8 looks at Emrakul. Mosswort Bridge doesn't enable our nuts draws like we're having in these games, which is what I want that card to do. We are going to have to discard a card here, but that's fine. What's the average goldfish of this deck? I have no idea. We did just, like... I don't know, actually. You can theoretically turn 3. I don't know what the average is, though. Another Emrakul. Now we're bouncing Emrakul. Now we're discarding an Emrakul. I think saying the average is turn 3 is disingenuous. We're probably going to be a little bit slow against this draw. This is pretty good. It's a shame we're dead next turn, because the Azusa is a good draw. I think I might need to change a diaper. I'll be right back. I need to check and see if a diaper needs changing. Be right back. Yeah, I'm waiting to edit the bot's plug until after, let me get an Amulet of Vigor here. Just in case they don't kill me next turn. I assume we're dead. We're going to make them show us that they know that we're dead. So they just like have a card that puts land to play. They get like Valakut Mountain here. Or Mountain is 12. And we're technically not dead unless they have another land from their hand. And they can play another mountain, then we're dead. Otherwise, we get to block with 2 plants and go to 1. Alright, kill me, opponent. Rats! They saw the line. Turn short there. Next turn we get to get him with the Primeval Titan. Our own prime time. He's 4-0, I'm 3-0. Primeval Titan mirror. You know? Modern's a fair and balanced format. Cut the Bojuka Bog and the Cavern of Souls here. Do I need the Radiant Fountain? The Radiant Fountain probably doesn't do anything, right? I think I just want the rest of the cards that are in my main deck here. I don't think I want to board anything in. I probably don't want this Engineered Explosives, actually, so that could be the Radiant Fountain. I think I want to just, like, put the pedal down to the floor and, like, race here. None of the cards on my board seem particularly impressive, so yeah, I'm just going to hit Submit and just, like, bring in this Pact and, like, swap out my utility lands that are better here. Sounds great. I'm gonna go Gemstone Mine into Sakura-Tribe Scout here because I don't think they have Disruption to take this out of my hand. So I think it's better to get this going first. MTG Card Market sells paper cards. If you're looking to buy Magic Online cards, MTGO Trader sponsors that. Alright, so we get to do this into this. Turn this Gemstone Mine to our hand. Cast this Ancient Stirrings. Probably grab Tolaria West here. That turns into a Titan down the line. Turns into a Pact, which turns into a Titan. And I have already played a land for the turn, so I'm just going to go ahead and pass here. Put a land in it instead for the Sakura-Tribe Scout. Technically, it's like Titan Shift versus Amulet Breach, if you want to call it. Breach Titan, our opponent's deck is playing Breach and Titan too, so calling our deck Breach Titan isn't very descriptive. Get some life here. Vesuva. Alright, so I put this Vesuva into play as a copy of this, and then I gotta put these on the stack in the right order. I wish there was an option to like always stack them in that order. Pick this up, transmute this, Amulet Knoll, right? Am I supposed to just get Pact of Negation here? That's playing scared, right? Like, they could theoretically get us next turn. I think I'm just supposed to get the Summoner's Pact here. And just, like, not play scared. We're gonna die. We could die on their turn 3. You're not wrong. Like, if they just, like, breach us. I think the fact that they have a basic forest in play means we can't die on their 3. But I'm willing to accept that I could be wrong on that. I think the fact that they have basic forest means we can't die here. But we'll see. Yeah, exactly. Like, if we get the Pact of Negation, that's why it's playing scared, right? Like, we can put a 5th land into play with the Tribe Scout. Or they're just hard casting Primeval Titan. That's fine. No, Transmute is a sorcery speed action. That's why. For reference. I'm putting in Ghost Quarter so I can Ghost Quarter of Valakut, probably. I think so. I'm just going to gain some life here. I can always put that back in next turn with this, I guess. And then we drew Pact of Negation. Alright. Tap this. Play this. Untap. Return this to our hand. Cast the Summoner's Pact. Get the Primeval Titan. Cast the Primeval Titan. Trigger. Yes, please. I'd like to get Boros Garrison and Slayers Stronghold. I'd like to put these triggers on the stack. Target this Titan. I'd like to return this one to my hand. We're actually going to be able to pay for both packs next turn, aren't we? That's pretty good for us. I'm going to attack with this. If he's smart, he's going to block here. And if he doesn't block, these Spinerock Knolls could just kill him. Yep, alright. Well, if he doesn't block, he's dead. I want to leave the Pact and that Titan in my deck just in case the game doesn't end here. I guess there might have been merit to getting another... to, like, just transmuting here. Maybe I'm just supposed to transmute there. I'm supposed to get, like... Well, then he doesn't have to block, though, is the problem. I think I need to make him block. And I have, like, Pact of Negation to deal with whatever their follow-up is here. And I get to Ghost Quarter them off this first Valakut, potentially. The second Valakut. Whoa, they just took it. Alright, you're dead, nerd. And again, you're going to gain percentage points with a deck like this because your opponent's not going to know what they're playing around. What's the worst that could be under the Knoll, huh? Emrakul? Emrakul could be under the Knoll? You saw Emrakul last... They saw Emrakul last game, right? Like... This is not the exact same list that's in my article. We have been tuning this list. The lists in the article are just verbatim deck lists that did well at events. Yeah, I'm just gonna hit submit. I think we're just like, just racing is the answer. No, they just block the Titan and then they only take 3. How does he just lose? We trade Titans. If they block there, we trade Titans and then I don't get to activate my thing. My opponent and I are playing a digital trading card game from our computers in the middle of the afternoon. What we are watching is quite possibly one of... It's a nerd mirror. It's a nerd mirror match, actually. Lightning Bolt, okay. I don't think I want to try and make the Sakura live again here. I guess I could. I guess I could just play the Sakura and play this. Yeah, that's probably fine. There's bigger upside if this lives. We're all nerds here. Come on, don't anyone hide and pretend that you're something you're not. Come on now, let's get everything out in the open. And this is like modern at its finest, right? Like, we're both like two kind of mid-rangey, not really interactive decks that are just like trying to goldfish faster than each other. Chandra, okay. Neat. It's not a card I was expecting to see. Primeval Titan, so we do this. Another Gruul Turf. We'll do this. Do this. And we're still 2 turns off of being able to cast a Titan here, so ideally we draw through the breach, just like a professional. Okay. Chandra does ramp you into Primeval Titan. Can you draw through the breach here? Through the breach would kill them because of the Annihilator trigger. Amulet of Vigor. I'm still 1 short here, right? Am I dead next turn? Am I dead next turn is the real question. I don't know if I'm dead if I have this Ghost Quarter. I'm probably dead. I mean, just like, you know, like I said, Modern at its finest. We lost the coin flip this game. We're one turn short this game. We were one turn short the first game. A lot of them only have 3 Valakuts, FYI. A lot of them only have 3 Valakuts. Just as like a heads up. I think I'm supposed to Ghost Quarter a Valakut here to have our best possible shot. Alright, do your thing. Watch the 2 damage from the Chandra be what actually kills us. You know what's weird? People like that only happen when we're playing Magic. And like they probably just have enough ramp spells in their hand to kill us here. Yeah, we're gonna take 12 off of this. We're gonna take 6 and then 6, and that they have a mountain to play out of their hand, we're dead here. If they have a mountain, then the Chandra kills us. And they statistically have a mountain to play, right? Like they have a Farseek, yep. So, you know, lose the coin flip, lose the match. If you're not okay with that, you just definitely can't play Modern. Yep. I mean, opponent was likely going to die on our turn, so we've got that going for us. 3-1 now. It's fine. We'll lose to a slightly faster Goldfish. Actually, an equally fast Goldfish when they were on the play and we were not. I mean, kinda. Like, what does it do in the average matchup, right? Like, I guess it's like a mediocre card, but it's like a split card. So like maybe it's a fine power level because of the flexibility. I could buy that for $1. My favorite format in Magic is Hex's standard format. It's literally everything I want to be doing. Control decks are playable, aggro decks are playable, but they're not too good. You have play in all of your matchups. No one's just getting run out of anything if you're playing a reasonable deck. If you actually want to know my favorite format in actual Magic right now is Legacy. Generally, I really like Magic's standard format, but that's been just a giant cesspool lately. This hand is not stellar, but it's fine. If we draw like a green source or an amulet, it's great. It's a non-creature threat for the control and lantern, sure. I mean, you should just buy the cards that you want to play with. If you want to play a deck, you should buy the cards for that deck. So how have we felt about the deck? This is the last match in this league. All the cards have felt reasonable. I think I'm pretty happy with this main deck. I've played this main deck for my last 2 leagues now, 3 leagues maybe. I've been pretty content with it. The main deck Bog and main deck EE are good flexibility. The Seal of Primordium could take it or leave it in the board. Oh, we want a worm somewhere, you said, right? I'm gonna have to think about that. I don't know if that's actually good or not. Oh, Lord, it's a Blood Moon deck, isn't it? Alright, well, you know, we tried, fam. Let's just draw through the breach, I guess. Why, Watsy? Why? Why is this card a thing? Why does it exist? Why do I feel Mardu Control in Modern? I think Mardu Control sounds awful if you're looking to be competitive. I think it's probably one of the many decks that's like just perfectly fine if you're looking to like play casually in your local area, play some FNMs, play a GPT, maybe an IQ. But if you're looking to be competitive at something like an Open or a Grand Prix or a larger tournament, you probably should play a real deck. I mean, the game's far from over. Like, we get a Through the Breach and Emrakul, we just, like, kill them, right? Like, we're making them kill us. We beat a Blood Moon deck in the last round yesterday, too. These Blood Moon decks a lot of times just, like, don't do anything for a long time. Like, sure, like, I'm just, like, drawing and saying go and, like, playing lands, but, like, that's what my opponent's doing, too, so, like, whatever. Mardu Trade Binder. What a name. Love it. And, you know, don't mind me, just quietly hitting my land drops. Yeah, like, Blood Moon and Ensnaring Bridge are cards that you look at them and you're just like... So, Blood Moon and Ensnaring Bridge are cards that I don't think are reasonable Magic cards in formats like Modern where, like, your power level and your answers are low, because they're the type of cards that, like, always leave someone feeling cheated. Like, if... In Modern... So, you draw your Blood Moon in a game like this, and you lock me out of the game, and, like, I literally just don't do anything the entire game, and I'm kind of like, well, like, my opponent played this card, and then I just didn't really get to play Magic afterwards, and, like, on the Blood Moon side of the table, when you don't draw your Blood Moon, you're like, man, if I could have just drawn my Blood Moon, I could have, like, locked my opponent out of the game, and I kind of feel bad because I didn't get to draw my Blood Moon. So it's just, like, not particularly enjoyable, regardless of how you slice it. Am I just playing this for 0? Yeah, probably. Yeah, and like the line in the sand is completely arbitrary, like where Modern starts. People are like, oh, well, like, why would I want to, like, the 8th edition, it's like, oh, we changed the border there, so, like, why does it matter? They cycle the cast out. They're going to regret cycling that when I draw my Emrakul here at some point. I'm like, no, it's fine. It's like, it is what it is. Like, we have plenty of answers to Blood Moon, and, like, we have a real game plan for playing around it. But, like, pretending like it's something that creates enjoyable and interesting games of Magic would be, like, lying, right? Like, oh, look, a basic forest. You don't say. Would like to cast Explore? I'm gonna blow this up and cast... I'm gonna blow this up and cast my Sakura-Tribe Scout. It's just like it doesn't create satisfying or interesting games of Magic on either side. Like I've played a ton of Blood Moon decks in my time. Like I am all for, like, you know, if people are able to get got in a format, like, get them got. But like it's not a satisfying card to play with or against, in my opinion. I would much rather play against Price of Progress. Price of Progress is a powerful card that actually ends the game, whereas Blood Moon just, like, makes me feel like I'm kind of obligated to keep playing because my opponent's not really doing anything yet, and, like, I could draw my basics and, like, play an actual game of Magic. What's my sideboard against Blood Moon? Well, we're main decked against Blood Moon because we have Through the Breach and Emrakul. Our sideboard for Blood Moon is a couple of Reclamation Sages and a Seal of Primordial. Yeah, and again, like, we're kind of ahead right now. Like, my opponent's not really doing anything, but, like, it's not interesting, and I don't feel like I've made any meaningful decisions this game. And, like, it's fine. Like, if you're into this, and there's some people that are into these types of games. Like, if you're into this and this is what you enjoy, you should have more power to you. Just because I don't like something doesn't mean you're not allowed to enjoy it. But, you know, again, I don't think it's particularly, you know. I play TCGs to, like, generate interesting games of Magic, and I just don't think this does that. We have a second basic forest, and we have a Vesuva. Sure, Superstar, whatever. Again, prison decks are just like, again, I feel the same way about Ensnaring Bridge too, right? Like, Ensnaring Bridge and Blood Moon, they're just like these random cards in 8th edition. It was you that said more important decisions in Modern were the sideboarding/mulliganing decisions, right? Yeah, a lot of the time, those are some of the they're more important in Modern than they are in other formats a lot of the time. Like, but this isn't even a weird game, right? Like, my opponent's just, like, literally hasn't done anything, and, like, at some point, I'm gonna draw a Forest or a Through the Breach, or my opponent's gonna draw something else, and then, like, we're gonna kind of play a game. We will not be streaming Standard on this stream until things rotate or until they acknowledge the fact that Ulamog is a problem. Unless you mean Hex's Standard format, because Hex's Standard format is aces. It's very well balanced. Okay. You killed my things. I think anyone at this point that's saying Hex isn't fundamentally as good of a game of Magic just honestly hasn't played it. Like, the one thing I can do in Magic that you can't do in Hex, which is why I'm playing a deck that I'm playing, is, like, Hex doesn't do powerful broken tutors, which is a good thing, because powerful broken tutors lead to a lot of obnoxious effects. Eternal's good. Eternal's a good, what I like to call a soundbite game. Like, a lot of the gameplay in Eternal has a focus on, the games being, short rather than being interesting. Like, it has a big focus on, like, fast games as opposed to, like, longer games. Which, when I sit down to, like, play a TCG on my computer, I want to play, like, you know, I want to sit here and play for a couple hours. I don't mind if a match is longer. The Karus untap, but they don't return anything to my hand. Oh, look, second basic forest. I would like to cast my Primeval Titan now, please. Trigger. And this is just going to get us lands, which at some point will... let us cast an Emrakul. Vesuva is going to enter as a basic forest here, so we have 3 basic forests now. Put all of these on the stack. Go ahead, opponent. Hex's standard format is a high-powered interactive format. Hex's standard format has lots of really powerful cards in it and a diverse selection of strategies that you can play in it. I shouldn't auto pass here. I shouldn't auto pass here. Oh geez. Oh geez. Please don't turn off auto yields. I can cast this Explorer this turn too. I forgot about that. I forgot these were gonna untap. Yeah, basically, it's very, very good. Oh, you know what? I could have just put a second Titan onto the table here, couldn't I? I guess that's worse against Wrath of God, so I probably just want to hold this to play around Wrath of God. How much mana do we have now? 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're 4 lands away from just casting an Emrakul. They're playing a bunch of Wrath of Gods in their deck, so... We have a Hornet Queen in the sideboard. This is game 1. We will definitely be boarding in the Hornet Queen against the control deck, don't worry. I'm going to attack with this. It's like medium against Nahiri, but whatever. We need to actually kill them, and I want to thin my deck of lands. We'll have 3 Emrakuls and 35 cards after this. Coming to play tap lands are also 2 mana. That's true. Yeah, we could just cast a World Spine Worm here if we had it. But, like, they've got, like, cast out and stuff. They're like, do you have a removal spell and you let me trigger my Primeval Titan? Oh, fair. Sure. Sacrifice this. I'd like to activate this ability. So how many lands do I have in play now? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 12, 13. So I can just cast the Summoner's Pact here. Get another Primeval Titan. And now Emrakul is castable. We have 3 Emrakuls and 32 cards. Hex have any Storm types decks? They have in their Immortal format, their non-rotating format, there's a deck that's basically take all the turns combo that I actually top 8 of their last major event with. Jet! With the 11-month resubscription. Thank you for the continued support. I do appreciate it. Of course you can fight Emrakul with Ancient Stirrings. I'm going to go ahead and attack into another Blessed Alliance here. It's whatever. It thins my deck. Subscriptions are the absolute best way you can help support my content, so thank you for that. I do appreciate it. They just took 6. All right, you know. Do you have Nahiri? Do you have Nahiri? If you don't have Nahiri or Wrath of God, you're going to be in trouble here. Right, 1 in 10 chance to draw an Emrakul. Yeah, the real-timeness of Nova Blitz is not great, and they also their player base didn't have enough to really support finding games. So that kind of sucked. Like regularly, we're just waiting too long. Did you draw a win condition yet? We got 2 more Titans left in my deck. I mean, they made all of our lands mountains almost. Chalice of the Void on 0. That's smart. Watch us draw a Pact. Sure. Can play my lands out. Might as well. Have I set anything up for tiered subs on here yet? I just added a $10 emote that hasn't gotten approved yet, chat. It's a golden Hoogie. Alright, there's a Gideon. So they have a clock now. So, you know. Can we draw Emrakul, please? I like how it just showed Emrakul's art there. Classic Moto. Alright, there's 5 looks at 3 Emrakuls. Seriously. I mean, I guess this puts a bunch of these in the bottom of our deck, right? I did ask it for Emrakul, you're not wrong. Alright, dead in 4 to that. So we know there's 4 non-Emrakul cards in the bottom of our deck, so we're about 1 in 7 here. We're gonna fucking lose this game too, aren't we? That's really frustrating. It's actually pretty unfortunate, right? Like, they played turn 2 Blood Moon, and, like, statistically we should get here. But It's not looking good for our hero. I mean, okay, that blocks. This technically shuffles 4 non-Emrakul cards into our deck, but it also thins 2 of them, so I think that's a worthwhile trade-off. Yeah, there's 3 Emrakuls in there. You do have more stirrings for looks, you're not wrong. Am I blocking here? I feel like I'm blocking here. Watch him just go like Wrath of God, Lightning Helix, kill us. I'm just gonna what is even? What is? I'm gonna take a screenshot of this. Primeval Titan really doesn't want to block. Lands in back, Jeff. Yeah, I mean, that blocks. Anger, Helix, kill me. Oh, they forgot to activate their Gideon. Get wrecked, nerd. Get shreked. All right, come on. Come on, Emrakul. Come on. Come on. Come on. We got 6 good draws here. Over a quarter of our deck is great. There we go. There's my big daddy. There's my mom. This Emrakul's a female, right? I'm pretty sure Emrakul's a female. God bless us, everyone. Trigger. Woo! Nice blood moon you got there, opponent. Nice blood moon you got there. Turn 2 blood moon, you say. NBD. Whatevs. We got this. Alrighty. Ghost Quarter, Fountain are better than Bog and Cavern. I probably don't want Sakura-Tribe Scout. Okay, okay. I get it. Timmy paused. I'm gonna unpause it. Probably want this Ruric Thar. I mean, like, I'm going to attack them, and, like, they're going to have to sacrifice 6 things, and I'm going to kill the Gideon. No, I'm killing the Gideon there. 10 out of 10 killing the Gideon. He said oops when he clicked through his combat step. Like, losing the Gideon and 6 other permanents means he's lost the game. Like, I still have an Emrakul in play. What are the other 2 cuts? I need 2 more cuts here. They were losing 6 permanents. They probably didn't have enough lands after that. Man, what am I cutting? Is Ghost Quarter good enough? Ghost Quarter and Radiant Front, I could just go down lands, I guess. Like, just up my threat density. EE can go on 3 and kill all the Blood Moons. Yeah, I cut the Cavern. Normally, I don't think I want to go to 25 lands. I think I want 26. We could cut 1 EE, I guess. Just leave 1 to tutor for. I don't hate that. All right, let's do that. I mean, so we can Vesuva their planes. You could also put EE on 3 preemptively, which is nice. I probably want Hornet Queen, right? Although I guess, like, they're not cutting all of their wraths. I'm just gonna do this. Oh, crap. Yep, I already clicked submit, and this is locking up and submitting. The Ghost Quarter is better than Radiant Fountain because of what just got mentioned. Yep. Alright. We can play the Seal of Primordial out here on turn 2, which would be nice. Opponent mulligan to 6. If we don't get turn 2 mooned, we're gonna be in a pretty good spot. I don't know if they saw Breach. I don't know if they actually saw Breach or not. So they mulligan to 5. Chalice for 0, sure. I don't really care about that. No land. Alright, deal. Are they top or bottom? Opponent bottomed. Alright, so there's not a land on top of their deck either. God bless. They mulligan to 5 for reference, so like, you know, is what it is. Pick this up. Play this out. The seal is sweet because you can play it out preemptively to tag Blood Moon. Alright, there's a Summoner's Pact. Which means we can beat a Blood Moon here, even without this. Hand probably has Blood Moon in it too, right? Yep. Another Summoner's Pact, huh? So here's the question, like, am I killing this or am I killing this? I have Seal of Primordial. Seal can kill the Chalice. With the third Summoner's Pact, yeah, I think we're gonna Seal, kill the Chalice, Pact for a Titan, and then Titan them. Oh, correct. Yeah, we don't do anything with this until we're ready to actually make a move. You threw the Breach to Titan. We have 2 basic forests. Yeah, I'm just gonna kill this. And then this lets us, like, cast any of the future things we get. And then if we get to attack with this Titan 2, we'll get a Vesuva for our 3rd forest. We don't care if he kills this with Blessed Alliance, because this is going to die at end of turn. This is going to die at end of turn anyways. Oh, just get the 6 points of damage in? Yeah, I guess that's fair. So we'll grab Vesuva and random other land here. Vesuva is going to copy a forest when it comes into play. No, I think I'm better off just copying the forest here. If I copy the forest, then next turn I can pay for Pact plus Pact for Tireless Tracker and play Tireless Tracker. Those are actually Jacob sounds in the background. Declan is still asleep. And drew another Primeval Titan. Okay, I think I want to just go get Tireless Tracker, though, and start drawing cards. They can anger this. Journey to nowhere, sure. Am I just getting Ruric Thar next turn? Probably. We'll see what we draw. We get a couple of draw steps here. But I'm going to have to pay for a Pact again next turn. So, just getting Ruric Thar. I suppose I could just, like, cantrip another tracker. It doesn't seem awful either. Ruric Thar, like, potentially kills them, though. Reclamation Sage. Is that good? If so, why? Please explain. How about we unlock some stuff here? I can get the tracker back. You are not wrong, friend. I could technically get the tracker back. Alright, return Khalni Garden to my hand here. Play this. We're gonna cast this. We're gonna leave a... Not sure if it's correct to kill the moon. Gives me access to double white. I mean, I don't care. I mean, my opponent said it gives me access to double white. I mean, I think my opponent's probably dead this turn, so I think I'm okay with that. I have more red lands or white lands. I definitely have more red lands, right? So let's play this. I'd like to get... Well, I guess the first Pact could have just killed that too, right? Like, I'm probably dumb, and that's what should have happened. I get Slayers Stronghold plus Gemstone Mine here. I guess I could have gotten Gruul Turf too, actually. Do you have a way to kill this, or is this going to kill you? Attack with the plant 2 in the event of a Blessed Alliance. And we can potentially just kill them with the Spinerock Knoll. Hits the right thing. So Knoll plus Gruul Turf. And then I want to stack it so the Spinerock happens before everything else. So I decide what I'm bouncing like that. Summoner's Pact, Amulet of Vigor, Reclamation Sage. That's fair. But he hasn't played the second Blood Moon, so what am I putting under here? Am I just putting a Summoner's Pact under here for later? Honestly, I probably just don't care about this Grove, right? It's fine. Yeah, I'm just gonna bounce the Knoll here. I think I want to save the Rec Sage to Pact for later. Bounce this to my hand. I don't think I want to get the tracker back. Getting the tracker back is bad in the event of Wrath of God. So, yeah. And like now, yeah, we can Pact for Thar next turn. So yeah, just go. I'm not going to GP Vegas. GP Vegas is really expensive. Wrath is fine. I don't actually care about a Wrath of God. Yep. I'm going to put Ruric Thar into play next turn, and then they're going to be locked out. And by that, I mean the Slayers Stronghold just kills them. So, yep, Pact for Ruric Thar. GG's opponent. Nice Blood Moon deck. Nice Blood Moon deck. Ah! Ruric Thar smash. Not Gruul die. Gruul borrowing some tech from the Boros Garrison with the Slayers Stronghold here. All right, I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it an afternoon for now. I appreciate everyone hanging out. I'm gonna go eat some lunch, I think. We've got so many people. We've got so many people. I think this version of the deck is I don't actually know, I guess. I haven't played this deck enough to have an objective opinion whether or not this is better. I think the Through the Breach and the Emrakuls both add axes of attack that the deck lacked before that make matchups that were sometimes hard much better. I could go get legacy cards. Alright, let's let people vote. Boss Dixon with the $2.50 donation. Open a chest. Alright, I'll open a chest after I post the poll. Alright, vote for what you want. Legacy or more Amulet are your options. Let's open a chest here, courtesy of Boss Dixon. Yes, open one. Big money, pow! Big money, pow! It's a legacy playable card. It's a legacy playable card. I don't know if it's worth anything. It is. Womp womp. Not worth much. We'd be playing, if we're playing Legacy, I'll probably play more Dead Guy Ale. I top 8'd the Legacy Challenge last weekend with this deck, and I'll probably play it in the next challenge. This is Dead Guy Ale. It's a black-white mid-range control deck. We played Hex for almost 3 hours this morning, Sir Woodlock. It's technically a black-white deck. I've got 2 Godok Teagues in the board here, splashed off of a Bayou, but it's basically a black-white deck.